Since ancient times, there have been those who carry a special mission, something that cannot be explained by human logic alone. Those chosen by God have always stood out, not because of their strength, but because of the divine purpose in their lives. Across various cultures, the idea of being set apart for a greater calling has always existed, and when we talk about parenthood, this connection becomes even clearer. After all, bringing life into the world is not just a biological event, it's an act that carries the weight of eternity. Becoming a parent multiple times doesn't happen by chance. Some see it as a challenge, others as a blessing, but few truly understand the deeper meaning behind this gift. There's more to it than simply having children. There's a divine purpose behind it. God doesn't choose someone for parenthood randomly. He equips those He calls, and this includes building a strong, structured family guided by His principles. In the Bible, we repeatedly see God blessing those He chooses with numerous descendants as a way of fulfilling His purpose. This isn't just about having many children, but about raising each one with solid values, teaching them to walk in faith and purpose. Parenthood isn't just about providing. It's about shaping character, leading by example, and preparing children to fulfill their own destinies. The promise of a great legacy, the parenthood of those chosen by God, isn't accidental. It's part of a greater divine plan. When God chooses someone to build a family, He doesn't just give them children. He entrusts them with the mission of shaping future generations. This calling requires faith, commitment, and a vision that goes beyond the present. It's not just about raising children. It's about raising leaders, dreamers, and achievers who will carry on the purpose that began with their parents. Abraham is a clear example of this. God didn't just give him children. He made him the father of multitudes. This didn't happen because Abraham had everything perfectly figured out or because he seemed the most capable. It happened because he was chosen. What defines a chosen parent isn't the resources they have, but the mission they carry. Many today look at their own limitations and wonder if they're capable, but God never gives a responsibility without providing the means to fulfill it. The real question isn't how many children someone has, but the impact those children will have on the world. When God entrusts someone with a family, He's giving them the opportunity to influence generations. And that's no small thing. Having multiple children isn't a burden. It's a divine gift that few have the privilege of carrying. This truth becomes even clearer when we look at those who, despite challenges, chose to trust God and fully embrace this calling. The prayer that birthed a prophet, multiple children, are a clear sign of divine purpose. When God chooses someone for this mission, He doesn't just give them children. He entrusts them with the responsibility of shaping future generations. Hannah is a powerful example of this calling. She didn't just become a mother, she gave birth to Samuel, a prophet who left a lasting mark on history. And this mission didn't stop with just one child. Those chosen by God have the privilege of seeing their descendants grow and impact the world. Parents with many children shouldn't see this as ordinary. In fact, it's a reflection of God's favor. The Bible is full of stories of men and women blessed with large families because God knew they had the capacity to guide those lives in the right direction. Having multiple children isn't a coincidence. It's a manifestation of divine purpose. Each child brings a new opportunity to influence the world for the better. Raising a large family requires more than effort. It requires purpose. Those chosen by God understand that each child is born with a calling, and parents are the first ones responsible for helping them discover and fulfill that purpose. It's not just about having many children, but about teaching them to walk a path of faith, values, and mission. And when we look at the story of the most important mother of all, it becomes even clearer how God entrusts great responsibilities to those He chooses. When God chooses someone to be a parent, He doesn't just look at human capability. He looks at the purpose that family will carry. Mary was chosen for one of the most important missions in history, to be the mother of the Savior. This choice wasn't random. God knew Mary had a heart prepared to guide and teach Jesus in the right way. Those chosen by God don't just receive children to raise, they receive them to shape according to His divine purpose. Like Mary, Many parents are chosen for multiple children because God entrusts them with a greater mission. Each child born into a chosen family carries a calling, and parents are the first ones responsible for helping them develop it. It's no coincidence that some families are blessed with many children. It's a sign that God has grand plans for that household. True chosen parents don't just provide for their children, they prepare them for something greater. And this mission goes beyond daily care. Mary had to teach, guide, and prepare Jesus for the world, just as every parent must do with their children. Raising a large family is a challenge, but it's also one of the greatest blessings one can receive. Each child is a seed of transformation, and it's up to parents to nurture them with love, wisdom, and faith. When we understand this, it becomes clear that parenthood isn't just a gift, it's a responsibility that shapes entire generations. Parenthood as a blessing. Being a parent isn't just an experience. It's a confirmation of God's purpose in the lives of those He has chosen. Throughout the Bible, having many children is seen as a sign of God's blessing. A large family has always been linked to prosperity and the fulfillment of divine promises. When God entrusts someone with many children, He's saying, "I've chosen you for something greater." And those who understand this mission live lives of fulfillment and purpose. In today's world, many see a large family as a challenge, but in reality, it's a gift. Each child is a new opportunity to leave a legacy, to build a generation that carries unshakable values, faith, and principles. It's not just about quantity, it's about the quality of the impact those children will have on the world. Parents chosen by God don't just raise children. They build future leaders, influencers, and agents of change. The secret lies in how these children are raised. A large family requires structure, direction, and, above all, a clear purpose. Parents who understand their mission know that it's not enough to just provide. They must teach, guide, and shape children who walk in alignment with God's calling for them. And when this truth is lived out wisely, the impact of one generation multiplies, influencing not just a family, but an entire society. The responsibility of parents having many children isn't just a blessing, it's also a great responsibility. Those chosen by God for the calling of multiple children must understand that their mission goes far beyond providing and educating. It's about shaping individuals prepared to fulfill their own divine purposes. Each child carries unique potential, and it's up to parents to awaken it, guiding them with love, wisdom, and a clear sense of direction. Raising a large family requires more than material resources. It demands dedication, discipline, and, above all, a living example of faith and character. Children learn more from what they see than from what they hear. Parents who live with purpose teach their children, through their actions, the importance of values like respect, commitment, and resilience. A strong family isn't built just with rules, but with deep connections and a shared vision for the future. The impact of well-lived parenthood extends across generations. When children grow up in an environment where they feel loved, encouraged, and prepared for life, they become confident adults ready to carry on their parents' legacy. And that's exactly what those chosen by God do. They don't just raise children, they build a lineage that perpetuates divine principles. When we look at real stories of families who understood this mission, we see how it transforms the world around them. Those chosen by God always stand out, and today is no different. There are countless families who have received the gift of multiple children and have made it a living testimony of God's purpose. These are parents who, even in the face of challenges, build solid homes, raise their children with unwavering values, and prepare each one to fulfill their mission in the world. These families don't just multiply descendants, they multiply legacy. It's not hard to find examples of couples who have accepted this mission and turned parenthood into a true ministry. Parents who, in addition to caring for their children, inspire entire communities, showing that a large family is a reflection of God's favor. These are homes where children grow up united, learn the importance of purpose, and from an early age understand that they are part of something greater. More than numbers, these parents build generations of impact. Those called to this journey realize that their family isn't just a group of individuals, it's a divine project. Each child is a crucial piece in this plan, and parents are the architects responsible for shaping them for the future. Raising a large family isn't just a challenge, it's a unique opportunity to influence the world with unshakable values. And for those who understand this truth, there's only one question left. What's the next step in this mission? The call to be a parent having multiple children is a true gift from God, a divine calling for those chosen for this mission. It's not a burden, but a blessing, an opportunity to shape and impact the next generation. Chosen parents have the responsibility to nurture, teach, and guide their children in the path of divine purpose, helping them discover their own mission in the world. Each child is a new chance to build a legacy, to leave a mark on the world that will endure for generations. Being a parent is a mission of great importance. Those chosen by God don't just bring lives into the world, they create stories, lives with a clear purpose and solid values. The responsibility is great, but the reward is immeasurable. Raising a family with purpose and a focus on divine legacy isn't easy, but it brings true fulfillment. This is how those chosen by God transform the world around them, one child at a time. So, it's essential to embrace this calling with faith and courage. The mission of being a parent isn't something to be done out of obligation, but with a deep sense of purpose. For those who have received this blessing, the task is clear: to raise children who fulfill their destiny, who impact the world with love, faith, and divine values. And while the journey may not be easy, it will be filled with fruits of blessing and transformation. Now that you understand the true divine purpose behind having multiple children, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it pass you by, or will you embrace the call to raise a generation that will impact the world? Being a parent is a mission that demands dedication, faith, and courage, but it's also a unique opportunity to build an eternal legacy. Are you ready to embrace this responsibility with faith, knowing that your parenthood can change the lives of many around you? If you feel inspired by what I've shared, leave a comment below, share your thoughts, and of course, subscribe to the channel to keep learning about God's purpose in our lives. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any content that could transform your perspective on family, parenthood, and the legacy you're building. What do you hope for your future and the future of your children? The change starts now.